What if I told you that women decide either they're attracted to you within the first 7 seconds of seeing you, and that 93% of that decision has nothing to do with what you say, but everything to do with how you carry yourself? Today I'm going to reveal 9 specific body language techniques that make women feel something primal when they see you. These aren't pickup artist tricks or fake alpha posturing. These are scientifically backed signals that tap into millions of years of evolutionary program. But here's what I need you to understand before we start. Technique number 8 is going to change everything for you. I've had guys tell me that this one technique alone got them more dates in a month than they'd had in the previous year. It's so powerful that I almost didn't include it in this video because it gives you an unfair advantage over other men. If you're ready to unlock the subconscious link of attraction, smash that like button right now. Subscribe to this channel and hit the notification bell because I share game-changing insights that most men will never learn. And drop a comment with your city. I want to see where my high-value men are watching from around the world. Let's build a community of men who understand true masculine presence. Here's what blew me mind when I first learned this. A study at UCLA found that only 7% of communication is verbal, 38% is vocal tonality, and a massive 55% is pure body language. That means more than half of your attractiveness is determined by how you move, stand, and occupy space. Fair warning, once you start using these, you'll notice women responding to you differently almost immediately, so you set this knowledge responsibly. If you're ready to unlock the subconscious link of attraction, smash that like button right now, subscribe to this channel, and hit the notification bell because I share game-changing insights that most men will never learn. And drop a comment with your city. I want to see where my high-value men are watching from around the world. Let's build a community of men who understand true masculine presence. Trick 1, the slow-motion entry. Move like you own every room you enter. The first trick is abatho you enter any space, and this on alone will change how women perceive you instantly. Most men rush. They walk fast, move quickly, scan the room frantically like they're looking for approval or trying not to be noticed. This screams insecurity and low status to every woman watching. Here's what high-value men do differently. They move deliberately. When you enter a room, you take your time. You move at about 70% of your normal speed. Why? Because in nature, the predator moves slowly and the prey moves fast. Think about it. When you see a lion walking across the savannah is herishing? Hell no, he moves with deliberate confidence because he knows the apex predator. Women's brains are hardwired to recognize this pattern. Here's your step-by-step process. Step 1, before entering any room, take a deep breath and consciously slow down your movements. Step 2, walk through the entrance at 70% speed, keeping your head up and shoulders back. Step 3, once inside, pause for exactly 3 seconds. Don't scan frantically, just take in the space calmly. Step 4, only then move toward your destination with the same deliberate pace. This technique works because rushing signals that you're reactive. Your environment. Slow, deliberate movement signals that your environment reacts to you. I've seen Avarago-looking guys become the center of attention just by mastering this one technique. Women will literally turn to look at you because your energy stands out from every other man in the room. Trick 2, the gravity center. Keep your energy low and grounded. This next trick is about energy management, and it's the difference between men who attract and men who repel. Most guys, especially when they're nervous around women, have a high chaotic energy. They're bouncing around, talking fast, making quick movements. This energy is exhausting and pushes people away. High-value men have what I call gravity center. Their energy pulls people in rather than pushing them away. Here's how to develop it. The foundation. Imagine you have a heavy anchor attached to your core, pulling you toward the earth. This isn't about slouching, it's about feeling grounded and stable. The breathing technique. Breathe from your diaphragm, not your chest. Your breath will be deep, slow, and silent. This automatically lowers your energy and makes you more magnetic. The energetist. When you speak, your energy should feel like it's coming from your core and moving outward, not from your throat moving upward. Women subconsciously feel this difference. Here's why this works. In evolutionary terms, grounded energy signals emotional stability and strength. Chaotic energy signals instability and weakness. Women are biologically attracted to stability best. It represents safety for the man potential offspring. Practice this at home. Stand with your feet shoulder width apart. Breathe deeply and imagine your energy sinking into the ground. Feel the difference. That's your gravity center. Trick 3, the space commander. Take up space like unshakable. Most men make themselves smaller without realizing it. They cross their arms, keep their legs together, hunch their shoulders. This is body language suicide when it comes to attraction. High-value men understand proxics, the psychology of space. They take up space because they feel they deserve it. But there's a right way and a wrong way to do this. The wrong way, aggressive expansion. Spreading your legs super wide, throwing your arms over multiple chairs, invading other people's personal space. This looks desperate and hard. The right way, relaxed expansion, taking up your fair share off space in a comfortable, natural way that looks effortless. How to sit. Keep your feet planted firmly on the ground, boot shoulder width apart. Rest your arms on the armrests or your legs, but don't cross them. Lean back slightly, not slouching, but claiming your space. How to stand. Again, feet shoulder width up, hands at your sides or one hand in your pocket, never both. Keep your shoulders back, but relaxed, not rigid. How to walk. Take up the width of your natural stride. Don't walk in a straight line like you're on a tight rope. You see the full width of your body's natural movement. The psychology behind this is simple. Taking up space signals high status and confidence. Women. Are you attracted to men who feel they belong wherever they are? Here's the key. It's hold look effortless. If it looks like you are trying to take up space, you failed. It should look like taking up space is your natural state. Trick 4, the eye contact assassin. Use your eyes to create instant intimacy. Eye contact is the most powerful tool in your attraction arsenal, but most men get it completely wrong. Too little. Eye contact makes you look insecure and untrustworthy. Too much makes you look aggressive or desperate. There's a sweet spot that creates instant chemistry. The 70% rule? Maintain eye contact about 70% of the time while talking and about 70% of the time while listening. This creates the perfect balance of intensity and comfort. The triangle technique. When talking to a woman, occasionally your eyes move from her eyes to her mouth and back. This creates a sexual tension without being obvious about it. Do this sparingly, maybe once every 30 seconds, the delayed break. When you do break eye contact, don't dart your eyes away quickly. Hold for a beat, then slowly look away. This shows confidence and control, the return. When you look back, don't immediately jump back to her eyes. Look at her face generally, then steadily in her eyes. This creates a micro moment of anticipation. Here's why this works. Eye contact triggers the release of oxytocin, the bonding hormone. But the pattern of your eye contact determines whether she feels chemistry or discomfort. The most important part, when she's talking, really listen. Don't just wait for your turn to speak. Women can tell the difference. And genuine attention is incredibly attractive. Trick 5. The asymmetry advantage. Perfect posture is actually unattractive. Here's something that will surprise you. Perfect symmetrical posture actually looks robotic and unattractive. What women find irresistible is relaxed asymmetry. Second of positioning that looks effortlessly confident. Think about it. When have you ever seen a truly charismatic person standing perfectly straight and symmetrical? Never. They always have a natural relaxed positioning that looks completely comfortable. The psychology of asymmetry. Research in social psychology shows that slight asymmetry signals confidence and comfort. When someone is perfectly symmetric, it looks like they're trying too hard or are uncomfortable. When someone has natural asymmetry, it looks like they're completely at ease with themselves and their environment. The head tilt. Slightly tilt your head when listening to her. This signals interest and creates a sense of intimacy, but make it subtle. Worry talking about a 15 angle, not falling over. The head tilt is one of the most powerful signals of engagement and interest. It shows that you're literally and figuratively leaning into what she's saying, the weight shift. Instead of standing perfectly, centered with your weight evenly distributed, shift about 60% of your weight to one leg. This creates a natural hip tilt that looks relaxed and confident. It's the difference between looking like a asterisk soldier at attention and looking like Eamon who's completely comfortable in his own skin. The asymmetrical arms don't mirror your arm positions. If one handy's in your pocket, keep the other to your side. If you're leaning on something with one arm, let the other hang naturally. If you're sitting and resting one arm on the back of the chair, let the other rest on your leg. This creates visual interest and looks natural. The shoulder drop, most men hold tension in their shoulders without realizing it. Let one shoulder sit slightly lower than the other. This asterisk isn't about slouching. It's about releasing unnecessary tension and looking more relaxed. The advanced technique. Practice what I call the casual lean. When standing in a group or talking to someone, shift slightly so you're not facing them perfectly straight. Angle your body about 15 to one side. This creates a more relaxed conversational dynamic and makes you look less intense and more approachable. This works because perfect symmetry is what we do when we're nervous, trying to make a good impression, or feeling like we're being judged. Natural asymmetry signals that you're comfortable and relaxed. Exactly, the energy that attracts women, the comfort signal. When a woman sees you in these relaxed, asymmetrical positions, her subconscious reads it as, this man is comfortable with himself and his environment. Comfort is attractive because it signals confidence and emotional stability. Common mistakes. Don't overdo it. Worry talking about subtle positioning changes, not dramatic poses. The goal is to look naturally relaxed, not like you're posing for a magazine cover. If you're thinking about your positioning while talking to her, you're overthinking it, the key is making it look natural. Practice these positions in the mirror until they feel normal. Start with just one element. Maybe through each shift and practice it until it becomes automatic. Then add other elements gradually. Remember, the goal is to look like this is just how you naturally stand and move. Trick 6. The gesture authority. Use your hands to command attention. Your hand movements can either amplify your attractiveness or completely destroy it. Most men gesture too much, too high, and too frantically. The low zone. Keep your gestures in the zone between your waist and your chest. Never gesture above your shoulders unless you're pointing at something specific. High gestures look frantic and desperate. The pause power. Before making any gesture, pause. This creates anticipation and makes your movement more impactful. Rushed gestures look nervous. The palm position. When making a point, use open palm gestures facing slightly upward. This looks confident and trustworthy. Closed fists or downward palms can look aggressive. The touch test. When appropriate, use brief light touches. A hand on her shoulder when making a point. A gentle touch on her arm when laughing, but make it brief. 1-2 seconds max. And confident, not lingering or needy. Here's the psychology. Controlled, deliberate gestures signal emotional regulation and confidence. Frantic gestures signal anxiety and instability. Practice this. Have a conversation while keeping your hands at your sides for the first minute. Then gradually add in slow, deliberate gestures. You'll be amazed at how much more impactful your words become. Trick 7. The proximity game. Master the art of physical escalation. Without being creepy. Understanding personal space and how to navigate, it is crucial for building attraction. Most men either stay too far away, friend zone, or get too close too fast, creepy zone. The zones? Everyone has 4 zones. Public 12 plus FT, social 412 feet, personal 1.5 to 4 feet, and intimate 1.5 feet. Your goal is to gradually move through these zones based on her comfort level. The step-in test. When talking, take a small step closer while maintaining the conversation. Watch her body language. If she steps back or crosses her arms, you've moved too fast. If she maintains position or leans in, you're good. The step back technique. Here's the counterintuitive part. Sometimes stepping back creates more attraction than stepping forward. When she's engaged in conversation, take asmal step back. This often makes her lean in or step forward to maintain connection, reading the signs. She's comfortable with closer proximity if she's facing you directly. Her arms are uncrossed, she's leaning in, or she's touching her hair. She needs more space if she's angled away, has barriers up, crossed arms, holding a drink between you, or keeps checking her phone. That is calibration. Constantly reading her responses and adjusting accordingly. This shows emotional intelligence, which is incredibly attractive. Trick 8, the voice-body sync. Align your physical and vocal presence. Your body language and your voice must match, or you'll come across as incongruent and untrustworthy. Most men have no idea. Their voice and body are sending conflicting signals, the posture-voice connection. Stand or sit up straight, and your voice automatically becomes more resonant and confident. Slouch, and your voice becomes weak and breathy. In the pace match. If your body language is slow and deliberate, your speech should be fast. Talking with slow movements looks nervous. Slow talking with fast movements looks scattered, the pause power. Use your body to emphasize vocal pauses. When you pause while speaking, stillness in your body makes the pause more powerful. Moving during pauses equals their impact. The resonance test, your voice should sound like it's coming from your chest, not your throat. Good posture and deep breathing automatic like read. This resonance. Practice this. Record yourself having a conversation while standing confidently versus slouching. You'll hear the massive difference in vocal quality and authority. Trick 9. The magnetic withdrawal. Create irresistible pull-through strategic distance. The final trick is the most counterintuitive. Sometimes the most attractive thing you can do is create space. This isn't about playing games. It's about understanding psychology of desire and scarcity, the engagement peak. Recognition. Learn to identify when an interaction is at its highest point. This is when she's laughing genuinely, asking you questions, touching her hair, or leaning into the conversation. Most men mistake this as a signal to push harder or stay longer. Wrong. That's strategic. Withdrawal process. Step 1. The value spike. When the conversation reaches its peak, give one final high-value comment or joke that lands perfectly. Step 2. The departure instant. Don't sneak away or make excuses. Simply say something like, "I need to head out," or "I should get going." No elaborate explanations. Step 3. The controlled exit. Here's where most men fail. They either rush away awkwardly or linger hoping for one more moment. Instead, take your time saying goodbye. Move with the same deliberate pace you've maintained throughout. Step 4. The future implication. Plant a seed for future interaction without being needy. Wes will continue this conversation or remind me to tell you about this. Isn't it asking for her number? It's assuming future interaction. Step 5. The complete departure. Once you've said goodbye, leave completely. Don't hover around the area. Don't keep looking back. Don't find excuses to return to the conversation. The psychological mechanics. This technique works because of several powerful psychological principles. Scarcity effect. When something becomes less available, our desire for it increases. By removing yourself at the peak, you become scarce and therefore more valuable. Peak end rule. People judge experiences largely based on how they felt at the most intense point and how the experience ended. By ending on a high note, you ensure she remembers the entire interaction positively. Zygarde sect. People remember interrupted tasks better than completed ones. By ending the conversation before it naturally concludes, you create an open loop in her mind that she wants to close. Investment psychology. The more Simeon invests in something, the more they value it. By leaving when she's most engaged, you make her invest mental energy thinking about what might have happened if you'd stayed. Here's a real-world example. You're at a coffee shop having an amazing conversation with a woman you just met. She's laughing at your stories, asking personal questions, and clearly enjoying herself. This is exactly when most guys would try to gather number or suggest hanging out later. Instead, you notice the peak moment Anzi. This has been really great, but I need to get going. I have a feeling we're going to continue this conversation sometime. Soon, you smile, maintain eye contact for a beat, then turn and leave with confident, unhurried steps. What happens next? She's left in a state of heightened interest with nowhere to direct it. Her brain starts working. Who was that guy? Why did hell of when things were going so well? When will I see him again? You've become a main character in her mental movie, common mistakes to avoid the fake urgency. Don't make up elaborate lists about where you need to be. Simple, honest statements work better. The lingering goodbye. Don't stretch out the goodbye process. Keep it brief and confident. The desperation. Return. Don't find excuses to come back to the conversation. Trust the process. The over-exhalation. Don't justify why you're leaving. You're a busy, important man with places to be. This technique is so powerful because it flips the normal dynamic. Instead of you choosing her attention, you're making her choose yours. Instead of you hoping she'll want to see you again, you're assuming it while giving her space to miss you. Here's what most men don't understand about body language. The changes aren't just external. When you consistently carry yourself like a confident, high-value man, you start becoming one. It's called the embodied cognition effect. Your mind follows your body. Stand confidently for 30 days and you'll think more confidently. Move with purpose for a month and you'll develop and win purpose. Take up space for weeks and you'll start believing you deserve that space. This isn't about faking a tunnel you make. This is about aligning your external presentation with your internal worth. Most men are walking around and bodhisit under their value. These techniques simply help you show the world who you really are. The transformation happens in layers. Week 1, people notice you're different but can't pinpoint why. Week 2, strangers start treating you with more respect. Week 3, women begin responding differently, more eye contact, more smiles, more engagement.